Let's talk about Karrion Kross again. So Karrion Kross, he was on the Ariel Helwani show, and he opened up about his contract. Now we're still thinking maybe it's a work, maybe it's not. If I'm being honest, I'm probably more leaning towards. Well, I've always been on it's not a work, just like the
Well,
Archer thing. It wasn't a work. If they bring him back, it's because they brought him back, but they
well, at
didn't.
first I thought it was bullshit, and then I saw this interview with Ariel Hawani, and then now I'm like, oh shit, I guess not.
Yeah, so during the interview, he kind of exposed he did have a contract, but it was something else that maybe kept him from signing. So we have the clip here. We'll go ahead and let him talk about it.
And it is worth noting there's another human being involved in this, your wife,
Yeah.
who means the world to you.
Mm-hmm.
She's in the same boat, right? Her
Yeah.
deal was up August 10th, and she has not been re-signed.
Yeah.
When they made that offer, was it for the two of you?
Nothing. She had nothing. There was no offer to her.
Nothing.
No. I was told at one point, because I did inquire, of course.
Yeah.
After we deal with you, we'll deal with her. Like,
Do you think that they were going to get to her? Like once they were probably hoping you'd say yes, do you think they were going to get to her? Or do you think there was a chance that she was not going to be brought back regardless?
I don't know.
Wow.
But I don't see why we just could not have done things the way we did them before, you know, where we do the deals together. So
That's how it's always been.
it was like that the last time.
Okay.
In NXT, she was signed first, maybe at the end of 2019, and I came in 2020.
Okay.
So
Yeah, he revealed here that Scarlett didn't get an offer. He did, and that just may be the reason he didn't sign. So my question is, was that the right idea? Not signing because she didn't get a deal?
I guess it depends on how you look at it. Like if you're pragmatic, you know that it's Scarlett Bordeaux. I don't know anybody that's gonna like pay to see her specifically, but they would to see Karrion Kross. So for him to kind of throw that away hypothetically for her seems a little foolish, but at the same time, it's his wife.
It is his wife. Some people enjoy their spouse and they want to be around them, so they'll work together. But
Well, they're also in a profession where they travel all the time.
well,
And
she could go on the road.
she could go on the road, but what if she does something different?
I would think the money on that contract would be enough for her to not have to necessarily work. She doesn't have to.
What if she doesn't want to fucking stay home? What if she actually wants to do something?
She could do something.
And if she could do
you know
something,
what
that
she
doesn't
do.
mean that she and Kross are going to be together all the time because he's going to be fucking traveling with WWE.
She could
You're
become
saying-
a digital nomad. She could become an OnlyFans actor or whatever you want to call it. And then she can travel anywhere she wants because all she has to do is take a picture. She doesn't have to be home for that. She could do that. She could be an author. Yeah, I get it. Maybe she wants to be in wrestling because
Not even that. What if she wants to be a businesswoman, or if she wants to fucking own a coffee shop? Like, we're married, well, we see each other every day. That's not necessarily the case because at least Kross would be traveling all the time.
Yeah, but if you hear people talk about it now, like the traveling is not as hard as it used to be. Now they get like time off, they get vacations, they get certain holidays off.
I think that depends, though. Sure, the wrestling itself might be catered down, but they're still like when they do the shit with the kids and all the other extracurricular stuff that they're obligated to do.
Yeah. I mean, Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews work in two different companies and they make it work.
I don't know.
Two different wrestling companies at that. So they're traveling in two, like they're not even in the same state.
Maybe they have an open relationship.
Who's getting the short end of that stick? He's already in his 30s and Rhea is in her 20s. So
yeah, so she's if she's stepping out.
Yeah, he's getting the short end.
I think another thing with that Kross interview is it kind of showed that Triple H isn't in charge of shit. He's a terrible leader.
Well, he did mention in an interview that he wished he could have talked to Triple H.
Well, he was talking about when he went on that podcast and went off because that's what he was directed to do. That got him a whole bunch of shit for it because it was too real. And
yeah.
Triple H was one of the people that didn't like it, and nobody even told him. He's supposed to be the head guy. And it's just crazy to me because for all his faults, Vince made the final decision on everything. Now it just kind of seems like there's this big ass power vacuum where everybody thinks that their word is the final call.
And it seems like they're kind of not talking to each other.
Nope.
But they did have a offer for him. So there is that. He walked away from the offer. They didn't walk away. Now, was it a bad deal? As he said, it was a 24-hour. You accept it or not in 24 hours? Maybe. Like, how do you have time to have a lawyer look over it or whatever you need to do?
Kross had some basic questions regarding the contract, though. All he wanted to know is, what metrics did you use to come up with the number that you threw at me?
That's another thing. What are you having a problem with the number for? He said in that interview that it was a bigger number than he was getting. You greedy bastard.
Because he wanted to
And
know.
the goddamn paper.
He wanted to know WWE's thought process on that offer.
What does it matter? Who do you think you are, Stone Cold?
That's the problem with people like you. You just sit back on your laurels. You don't fucking work on anything. You're, oh, I'm good. I got this. Kross is asking that because he wants to know what specific areas WWE is focused on to give him the salary that they offered him. So therefore, Kross can use that to either improve on those skills or say, well, actually, I'm better than what you're assessing me at.
Yeah, he's using it as I think I can get a little bit higher number.
Or he
I
can
think
use
I'm a
it
little bit.
to improve, to get a higher number.
But you get that on the next contract. You don't get it on this one. What are you going to turn? Well,
Why wouldn't you start now? Why would you sign away just blindly signing into something? You don't just chase the money.
I know it's not about that. It's about having your dream job, and they gave you what I'm going to assume is like a 7-figure number. Why would you not take it? Oh, I think I'm a little bit better than that. Like,
it's not even that. He wanted to know, how'd you come up with this number?
Yeah,
what specifically is it that you see in me that made you arrive to this particular number? And let's talk about it. They couldn't even give him that. And he's the one that's getting over. They're not getting him over.
Yeah, you asked that after you
No,
signed.
you don't. You asked that before you fucking sign. What questions are going to get answered after you sign a contract? The questions need to be asked before you sign a contract. After you sign a contract, it doesn't fucking matter. You signed the contract.
Because you're working on your next contract. Do you want a job or not? Oh, it's so typical. You have no power and you're sitting here questioning me. Actually, take the contract back. I don't want you to have it anymore.
Believe it or not.
Like, you don't get the contract anymore. I'm going to rip it up because you're asking stupid ass questions.
He's doing their job better than they're doing theirs.
I don't know. I wouldn't. It was a rewind cross move, and now I'm flipped. He's a little too big of an ego. Well, you get out there.
Well, what made me kind of flip on him is apparently they're charging a really high price tag. So
yeah, that was the other thing.
He just did that emotional DVD thing, and he did that emotional Ariel Helwani interview, and then now he wants a shit ton of money to appear in Boise, Idaho. Allegedly.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. There's that rumor that he's charging really high prices on the indies, which I actually don't have a problem with that.
I did when he was talking about how this is a rare moment and it's about the fans and how appreciative he is of the people and blah, blah, blah. You don't say thank you by nickeling and diming some fucking small indie promotion that can't even fucking afford it. They can barely afford Coke. Karrion Kross wants to throw in his WWE salary.
Well, it's always...
Karrion Kross wasn't even a champion.
He wasn't.
And he wants a high price tag.
Yeah. But again, we don't know the number because there wasn't any specifics on what the number was. You can't just go look it up. You have to like DM him or something. So we don't know specifically what the number is. Like, he could have been charging $1,000 and they call it high. Probably a lot more than that, but it's all relative to what the promotion can pay.
I still say it's a smart move to ask questions before signing the contract.
Maybe it's just my mindset. If I want this deal, I'm going to do it and then figure it out on the other end. Like,
but then it's too late. You signed a contract. There's nothing to figure out.
Well,
it's already figured out.
You don't really want it then. Like, let's take it to the real world. And you go for a job interview and they say, oh, yeah, we got the job. You just got to sign here. Well, before I do, I got some questions. Like, how did you come up with this salary? So I need to know how to get it higher. Oh, you're not even employed here and you're talking about a higher salary? Get out.
Well, first of all, I don't think Kross would have posed it that way. I think he would just ask the statistics, the analytics. Even though it's his dream job, you got to make sure it's exactly that, a dream, as opposed to a nightmare. Because there's nothing worse than signing up to do something that you're anticipating and then it turns out to be shit.
Yeah. I mean, that should have been more of what he was discussing in his contract. Oh,
It also sounds like they've been dicking him around since he came back. So why would he make it easy on them anyway? He's the one that's getting over. They're not getting him over. They're not doing shit.
They aren't. And that's why they aren't evaluating him as high as he thinks. That's why there's the disconnect right there. They don't see the value in him as he sees it because they didn't get him over. He got himself over. So
those two opinions are irrelevant. It should be what the fucking crowd thinks. It's not about Kross. It's not about WWE. It's about what the fans want, right? The WWE universe.
Yeah. By the way, Monday there wasn't one peep of We Want Kross. Now I heard that there may have been some on on Friday, but on Monday not a peep. So that shows you how much they want Kross. But again, apparently on Friday there were some chants, but I didn't watch Friday, so I couldn't tell you. But on that note, that is the latest in Karrion Kross. We shall see where the next chapter turns. It is getting a little bit crazy though.